Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Flushed out right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. A swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Brandon Cooks, 55 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that scores a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Mariota now on second down. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Mariota to throw it this time. And Davis with it left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. As they run the counter play. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On third down, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here we go. Detroit!
And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Breaks, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum.
And pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Second. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Leopard! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And the Titans getting set to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. First down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
One!
It's time for the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Here's Mariota. The open man is Smith. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 7. Yard line. First and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Garoppolo on first down. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
To play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Guilt trip is here, baby. Guilt trip is here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Leopard. Leopard. Over. Detroit. Detroit.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. Shreds the tackle. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Scrimmage back at the 6. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight, double tight.
Three. Set. 49.
Check 49, check 49.
One left. Blue 8.
Crunch.
Three. Blue 18. One.
Slam.
Set. Flag game.
Slam.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One.
Bang. Switch it.
One. Blue 8.
Out.
On first down, Murray. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Smith catches left side. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
you're going to do that? I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Boom, land it.
Glennon looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Over. All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Double tight.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Mariota. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. As they run the counter play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hot. Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Mariota now. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Shedding through the defense. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. To get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go! Blue landed! Watch it now, Barney!
Garoppolo again. And able to find Dorsett. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Garoppolo. He gets it to Cooks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Double time, double time. Three down. Key eight.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. As they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Glennon, and that's complete to Cooks. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 40 yards. They'll drop to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.